Hello there. You're probably thinking, what do I need to go to Tomorrowland to camp for the whole weekend at Magnificent Greens? You need a lot of stuff. Well, actually you don't. It all depends on what you want. So as first timers, when I went and did it, took shitloads, and the walk from the car park to the actual venue, I dropped everything about 15 times. So that was a bit of a mess. In hindsight, would I take a suitcase, full on suitcase, and drag it while dragging a cart whilst carrying chairs? Absolutely not. So my first point of recommendation is a backpack for your clothes. Don't take a suitcase if you've got loads of other stuff to carry as well, because the walk, even though it's quite short and it's like 5-10 minutes, you're going across all the fields depending on how early you park, and then everything in there just decides to bounce up and down. So a trolley if you've got lots and lots of stuff. That's my first recommendation. The backpack is probably the best thing you could do for your clothes, or just stuff them in a trolley if you can stuff them in a trolley. Either one's absolutely fine. Next thing I'd say is get a decent tent that's, and what I mean by decent is easy to put up, just so you're not messing around. Try check the weather before, always, because it's Belgium, just like here in the UK. It's crap and it's good, it's crap and it's good. So make sure you check the weather and just plan appropriately. Or if you don't care and you just want to get muddy and just let the rain pour into your tent, whatever, like your choice. Water is an interesting point. So we took a few big bottles of water, because I seen that there was refill stations there, but didn't actually realise the toilet block where you wash your hands and brush your teeth and all that kind of stuff, that water is drinking water. And even though we came from abroad, the advice is, always buy bottled water. That water was perfect because it was coming from tanks, so it was all fresh water. So we didn't actually need to take any bottled water. We could have just took one bottle each. We took a big one because we just packed loads of them. And to be honest with you, we could have just took one, drank that, and just kept refilling it. Now obviously you can't take them into the festival, but for while you're at Dreamville and Magnificent Greens, to stay hydrated, especially if it's hot, because if it is hot there, it's going to be fucking boiling as well. Like, it's going to be mad hot. So definitely take an empty water bottle or one that's full and then just drink it on the way there. So if you want to get right down the front of Magnificent Greens, which means you've got less of a walk to Dreamville, which would take 2 minutes, or to the festival, which takes then around 15 minutes, as opposed to potentially pitching a tent up at the back of the festival, where you're going to be adding on an extra 10-15 minutes walk. So it could take about half hour, potentially even longer, who knows. Definitely get there early. So once you pitched your tent and everything's set up, that's good, like, you're great to go. What I would recommend is just go get your bearings, just go see what's around. And in the actual Magnificent Greens area, there's obviously the camping shop, there's first aid rooms, there's toilets, there's showers, 2 different types of showers. There's the airbed blow-up station where you can blow up your airbeds. In the add-on sale in June, I'm sure it's June, what you'll be able to do, you can buy breakfast every day and just add that on if you want to, like meal vouchers and stuff like that. So the breakfasts you would get from Magnificent Greens as well. We got one, I'll put a picture of it here. It was okay, but to be honest with you, they did like a breakfast burger instead, and I think it was very similar price, and if not, cheaper actually. And it was so good. It was like a chicken burger for breakfast, I know, egg, cheese, but it was tasty. It was really tasty. Yeah, it's just nicer. So now you've set up camp and you're going to go over to Dreamville. It's a couple of minutes walk if you're at the front of Magnificent Greens, like I said. However, what you will do when you walk over there, you'll see, like, on your right hand side, you will see tents where people are doing yoga and things like that. That's where the yoga classes happen. There's some hammocks as well. There's not a lot of shelter from the sun, if I'm honest with you. There's not a lot of places to hide if it's boiling hot. That's why I advise as well, if you get a tent and you're really bothered about comfort and things like that, get a blackout tent to keep the sun out. And on the left hand side you have the gym where they do the boxercise classes. They'll get you to sign up, they'll be on the doors waiting, and also there's just a full-on gym there as well. Then what you'll see on the left hand side is the pre-festival stage as well. So on the pre-festival stage, that's only used for that one night on the Thursday night. It's blaring out music all day, there's no DJ on there, but it starts in the early evening and goes on through to, I think it was like 11-12 o'clock. But quality, really good. Everyone's buzzing, everyone's happy. And within that you'll see loads of bars on the left side and the right side, so getting a drink isn't really an issue. But as you carry on walking, you're then in Dreamville, and you are then surrounded by everything. Hairdressers, ladies, if you're going there to get your hair done, get there early, because the queues were mental, and some girls were waiting for like 2 hours, just literally sitting on the floor in the blazing sun just to get their hair done. Also got a tattoo parlour, so if you want to get a tattoo done, I hope you're rich. It is expensive for what it is, but then I guess it's a story as well, right? So book that in as soon as you get there, or if you can do it before in the add-on sale. I'm not sure actually, I think you can. If you can do that, then get that done if you want to book your tattoo in. But yeah, pricey, very, very pricey. Then you'll see loads of shops around you, all Tomorrowland theme, all from local companies that they bring in. There's even a balloon shop, which my mate Dan, I'll show you on this picture here, he brought one, kept it with him all week, and we ended up calling it Gladys as well, and then we let it go. It was quite emotional, we cried. You've also got a shop with all your supermarket needs, so all your food needs, because in Magnificent Greens you've got barbecues dotted around everywhere as well, so you can go to the shop, get all of them, get all the meats if you want to cook up a barbecue with your mates as well. They're just that randomly allocated around the place. You've also got your fresh food in there, you've got your junk food in there, like your snacks like Pringles and all that kind of crap as well, so all that stuff's in there for you. What you'll also see near the grocery store, you've got like a fresh bakery where you can go and get your fresh baked goods every morning, so like your croissants or whatever it is you want. You've got a fresh bakery there as well. Then the other side, you can see all the different food places as well. So you've got all different types of cuisines from all around the world, just to appeal to everybody, but also cater to everybody's needs as well. There is one place, the Belgian fries with the beef stew on top, it was to die for. I think I've got a picture. If I have, I'll put it here. You're probably thinking, oh my god, I need some of that in my mouth, and I would say yes, you absolutely do. Again, with all that kind of stuff, you've got your bracelet and you're paying for all of that with your pearls. You can check your balance live on your phone as well anyway, so it's not a case of you just get your pearls, they add them on, and then you never know when it's going to run out. You can always go in and check your balance as well on the app. There is a vape shop there. I don't think there is cigarette shops there though, but there is a vape shop there if you forget your liquids or you need to buy a new vape, etc. They do have vape shops. There's not many of them, but there is a few. Then from Magnificent Greens to get to the festival, it is a long walk. I would recommend comfy shoes. That's the only thing I recommend. If you're thinking, oh my god, I don't know what to wear or whatever, don't worry about it. Some people go glammed up to the max, and I went for the first time. I went with nice shirts and all this kind of stuff. I wanted to feel good, wanted to look good for the pictures and stuff. However, there's some people that are just there wearing their normal everyday t-shirts. There is no dress code for Tomorrowland. I can't emphasize it enough. Look after your feet so much with the best shoes you could possibly have to be comfortable. You're going to be dancing away, etc, 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 and you're going to be doing at least 30 to 40,000 steps, depending on how much of a raver you are, if not more. If not, might be less. You might just be chilling and enjoying the music. Whatever you want to do is completely up to you. Lockers. I will talk about lockers actually. If you want to get a locker, I recommend it to keep your passports in, to keep your car keys in, whatever it is. What I did do though, incorrectly, is pay well over the odds for one that I didn't actually need. I got like the second to biggest one, thinking that we're going to put loads of stuff in there, but literally it was just our passports and car keys that we left in there. That was it. So how safe is it? You're probably wondering, how safe is the camping? I was quite concerned. I went there with padlocks. You should always have your wits about you and just be self-aware. However, it was very safe, to the point of sometimes when we left our tent, we just left the door wide open and just like the roll-up fabric, left it wide open and just went for a stroll around Jeanville and stuff for a few hours and come back and it was fine. We left our power banks in there, we left clothes in there, padlocks and stuff like that for tents. I don't see no issues with it. I don't feel that it's needed. However, every year is different and every situation is different, but we were fine leaving our tent and I didn't feel like we were going to get robbed at all. Airbeds, if you want to blow up your airbed, obviously there's an air station there, or if you've got your foot pump and you love a bit of manual labour, you can do that yourself, but there is a blow up station there as well, so you can just go over to that, get your airbed blown up, or your air tent if you've got an air tent. You can get it done there as well. Showers are wicked. So you've got two options. You've got the one that's outside, like a communal shower. It's like a big flower, you've probably seen it, with loads of shower heads on there. Great. I think it's always cold water though. Then you've got the other ones which are inside, you pay pearls to use. So on your bracelet, you go in, you tap it, and I think it was a couple of pearls, which is a couple of quid. But you get warm water, there's some like hair drying facilities, you've got massive mirrors in there as well. And yeah, really nice, really comfortable, not disgusting at all, not one single bit, consistently cleaned. But yeah, I was very impressed with the shower situation. Add-ons. So if you bought add-ons in the January sale, it's not fucking Happy New Year, is it? If you bought the add-ons in the June sale, so we bought the beer pack. So we collect the 24 cans of beer when we get there, and then we literally just take it to us. So you just show them the voucher, because you get given a voucher sent to your email and by PayLogic. And once you get there, you can show them and say, "Here, I'm here to pick up my beers." Or you can go set up your tent first and go back and get the beers, but they do close at a certain time. Just show them the voucher and you take them. They're warm, they're not going to be freezing cold. They're Jupiler, is that right? I'm not sure. Disclaimer: you will piss more than you have ever pissed in your life when you drink these beers. They were okay, they wasn't horrible to drink, they were nice to drink. But once you rip that seal off, you're done. You might as well just stay in there and just keep drinking, because it's just be a constant stream going out. Can you bring in your own alcohol? Absolutely you can. However, it does say there's limits and things like that. Beers says you can bring in 1 crate of beer or a certain amount of beers. However, I've seen a lad with a sack barrow, which is one of these, if you don't know what it is, basically full upon crate upon crate upon crate upon crate. He had 7 crates of beer on this one trolley, and he just walked through fine. Shrink wrapped it all around so it obviously wouldn't fall over. But yeah, I think personally, it depends who you get at the door. Some people can literally turn you away, and some people do check the proper job's worth, but I understand they've got a job to do, and it's not their fault if they're given the rules to follow. But most of the time you can just get straight through with as much alcohol as you want. If you've got like the easy tent packages as well, where you pick up your tents when you get there, again, as soon as you get through that big Dreamville entrance that you see all the time, you'll then that's where you pick up the stuff from. So you'll see them on the right hand side, you'll see them on the left hand side, and they'll all be clearly signed as well, so you can get what you need or what you've ordered, whether it's the blow up mattresses, whether it's the tents, etc, etc. If you didn't get your bracelet delivered as well, don't worry. So just outside the main entrance to the festival, to Magnificent Greens, there's a ticket booth, and you just go there and you'll be able to pick up your bracelet from there. Obviously, just make sure your ID and make sure it's registered in the right person's name if you're going to pick up your tickets, because otherwise you're probably going to be screwed and you're probably not going to be getting in the festival. Sunscreen, make sure you pack sunscreen. Make sure you stay hydrated if you're going. I didn't get a ticket, so probably the last video you'll ever see with me. I'm about to jump off a bridge, unless I do get a ticket in the waiting list sale. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more videos coming up around the festival, the stages, how to navigate, the best way to do it from the 2 times that I've been there. So please subscribe. Secondly, if you've got any questions around anything that I've not covered off, drop them in the comments, and if there's enough, then I'll make another video about it. However, if there's only a few, I'll just drop a reply down below as well. Bye.